Hey, welcome back. On my way home, I'm Miss Mandy, and I've tried to video this several times, so I'm just going to make it short, sweet, and to the point. No do-overs here. So here we go. What we're talking about today is graduation. I recently got the opportunity to go to a graduation. One of my husband's cousins that we've known a long time. I've known him since he was like 6 or 7 years old, and now he's 18, and he's graduating this year. We went to his commencement ceremony, and it was a nice ceremony. You know, you got the kids sitting there, and you've got the little pictures playing on the big screen, and you've got the commencement speakers that come up to the podium, and they give you these words of wisdom and advice and encouragement because, you know, you've made it through 12 years of schooling at that point, and it's hard work. It is hard work to get through school. And I sat there and I listened to them, and I felt the excitement around me, and I couldn't help but think back to that time in my life where I was excited and where I was not only excited, but anxious and fearful about what was coming next, because at that point in my life, there are some things now that I wish somebody would have told me back then. So it made me think about what I would tell somebody who's graduating now. And there were just a couple things that were never mentioned that I really think should be. And the first of which is, don't feel like this is the end of your education, and don't confuse education with learning, because every single person in that room, whether they got A's, whether they got C's, they're all walking out with that same piece of paper. They all got the job done. Didn't matter how well they did it. Didn't matter how, mediocre they were. It just, they got the job done, and they got the piece of paper they needed to move on. I wish somebody would have told me that, because I spent a lot of time striving to be perfect, striving for A's that didn't matter in real life. I spent a lot of time taking AP classes in areas where I shouldn't take AP classes because they weren't part of my path in life. They weren't what I wanted to do with the rest of my life. So I wish somebody would have told me that. I wish somebody would have told me not to fear failure. In school, we are taught that failure is no good. If you don't fail, you don't get that piece of paper. Or if you fail, you don't get that piece of paper, right? But in life, failure is how you learn. And sometimes it's a small failure that takes you the next step forward. And sometimes it's a big failure that sets you back a few steps. And then you start over and you do things better than before. But we're taught to fear failure. We're taught that it robs you of your potential. But really what robs you of your potential is the inability to act. That indecision robs you of your failure, or robs you of your potential and your opportunities. So I really wish someone would have told me that. I wish someone would have told me that college may not be necessary for my chosen career. When I was 18, I had no clue what I wanted to do with the rest of my life. I didn't know what profession I wanted to go into. Some people do. Some people know they want to be doctors, and of course, they need to go to college to get a degree for that. But I wasn't going to be a doctor. I knew that much. I wasn't going to be a teacher. I knew that much. I just didn't know what specifically I was going to be, or what I enjoyed doing, or what my best characteristics were even. I didn't know any of that. And I wish someone would have told me that a college degree may not be necessary for what I was doing. I don't feel like I'm getting the kind of return on my college degree that I should have. I mean, it's part of a financial channel. If someone came up to me and said, we're gonna give you this $65,000 piece of paper, this opportunity worth $65,000, but you're only gonna get 1% return on your money, I would have said, heck no. I don't agree to that. I don't think that's right. That's not a good investment. If any investment returns you 1%, it's not a great investment, guys. So that's what I wish people would have told me. And I'm almost home now, and I'm sure there's a lot more. So please, if you think of some things that you wish that people had told you, put them in the comments below. But that's all I've got for today. Short, sweet for a first video back. I think I've got my schedule all figured out now, guys. So we'll be posting a little more frequently. Give this video a thumbs up if you think our education system needs a little tweaking in order to give us the knowledge we actually need to move on in our lives. But until next time, I will see you. Bye.